guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is off to a little bit late of a start for a day in the life. It is 1:23, but I wanted to film a day in the life as in like just me, because the last day in the life that I filmed was Craig, when Craig was still here, when he was like off of work. I'm out of breath. Craig went back to work yesterday, so it's my second day by myself. He works second shift, so he's gone for the whole second half of the day, which is really tough for me and tough for him too, not being here. So I wanted to just show you guys a day in the life of what it looks like. I'm gonna be real and raw and honest, because yesterday was a struggle. I had probably like 5 mental breakdowns because it's hard not having Craig here, like not for the help, but just like not having him here after everything that we've been through, and was here for the first 6 weeks of Azariah's life. So it's just really difficult and a big transition, but I will not gloss over the fact that it is such a huge blessing that he was able to be here for that long. But with that being said, I just want to take you guys through this afternoon and show you what it looks like for me, how I'm trying to balance everything and get stuff done. As you just saw, he's taking a nap right now. And before Craig left, he took him for 20 minutes and I was able to put laundry in the washer, put dishes in the dishwasher, and I need to go fold laundry and change the laundry right now and put more in. That's so much laundry. Mom life is literally just a constant cycle of laundry is what I'm learning. It's great. And then I have a friend coming later today. We're just gonna go walk because if you can see, it is gorgeous. Like, it's been cold and there was just a bunch of snow on the ground on Sunday, and it's Tuesday and it's all gone, and it should be pretty good from here on out. So we're gonna get outside and try to go for a walk because I need to move my body desperately. Because I am in need of energy, because I am obviously not sleeping that much right now, this is something that I'm really trying. It is Liquid IV Energy Multiplier. It's the lemon ginger flavor. And I really like this because the caffeine in it is from matcha, guayusa, and ginger. Which, I don't know, I just like the fact that it's from matcha. Sometimes matcha is a little bit too much for me, but we're gonna see. I use Liquid IV every single day, but I use this. I keep it in my diaper bag, actually. I use just the hydration multiplier sticks in any flavor. This is just the passion fruit flavor. My favorite flavor is the acai berry, but they sent me these and I'm gonna try it because I do drink 1 cup of coffee a day, but if I can replace that 1 cup of caffeinated coffee with decaf coffee and drink this instead, I'm gonna do that. But if you guys want to try Liquid IV out for yourself, if you're a new mom or you just don't drink water or you struggle drinking water, like I do sometimes, especially in the winter, even though it's getting into spring, I love having these on hand. I just put it in 16 ounces of water and I'm good to go. It tastes good, it's flavored. So like if I have water that's flavored, for some reason it's easier for me to drink it. And I drink more of it. So definitely try it. If you want to get some for yourself, use the code LexieThiery25 in all caps. See it 25% off on the website. And yeah, let me know if you guys like it, because I can't go a day without drinking it, and it's definitely helps me with my breastfeeding journey. I can tell you that, because if I were to not include at least one of those in my day, I would not be drinking enough water. Okay, so before he wakes up, which is probably gonna be any second, I wanted to update you guys on what happened in Cincinnati when we went this past week. So we had to go specifically just because we had to do a neuro recheck on the ventricles in his brain. And when we were in the NICU, we were supposed to see ortho, but they never came, and they wanted us to come back the same week that we got discharged, and we're like, we're not doing that. So we just scheduled it the same day that we had to go back for neurology. And what they were looking for was to see, again, if the ventricles in his brain were growing or were now at abnormal level to where we would need to put in a shunt. And I'm gonna try to not get emotional, but we'll see. I remember I was in the shower the night before, and Craig and I had been praying pretty fervently and hard about this specific appointment that we had with neurology, because I mean, it's kind of like every single time that we are going to go to Cincinnati, which is every 3 months, it's like pins and needles. So like sitting on pins and needles and waiting to see if anything has changed, because you know, sometimes things change and we can't see from the outside. And so it's just like this really nerve-wracking thing, knowing that you have this appointment coming up and knowing that it could be another drastic change in your life. And so we were praying really hard for that appointment. And something that you have to know is that when we got the intrauterine surgery, the fetoscopic surgery, one of the reasons we got it was because he had Chiari type 2 malformation, which is like a herniation in the brain, and it can cause developmental delays and a whole bunch of other stuff. And that's one of the reasons we did the surgery. It's proven to, in some cases, reverse Chiari, and so we were really hoping that it would. And when we were in the NICU, the first time that we met with all the specialists, or not met with all the specialists, but the first time we met with some of the doctors who were doing round, they told us that he still did have Chiari. And so it was kind of defeating and just, I don't know, upsetting, but we looked at that and we're like, all right, everything else is so good. So if he still has Chiari, then we will do what we need to do with that. And we'll just see where this goes. And so I was disappointed, but I wasn't like, I didn't give up hope or anything. I was just like, okay, God, what's next? What do we have to do now that this thing is still here, type of thing. And so the night before this latest appointment, I was in the shower and I was just thinking about his Chiari, and I was like, God, you know, we've been praying so strongly that he wouldn't have hydrocephalus and that his ventricle size would still be normal and nothing would have changed. So I don't know, God, like it would be really cool if we went to this appointment tomorrow and they told us he didn't have Chiari anymore. And I just kind of said that like matter of fact. I didn't know that it was even possible. And I just was like, hey God, it'd be really cool if, and just kind of left it at that. I didn't think about it again. And then we went to this appointment, and when we thought his MRI was going to be like an hour long, and it was only 5 minutes. It was really quick. And then we had an appointment with the neurologist, who is so cool. He's very thorough and he's very compassionate, and that's really like nice to have in a doctor, especially the doctor who did the surgery on your baby. And the first thing that he did when he walked in the room, we had to like undress Azariah down to his diaper, and it was cold in the room, so we put a blanket over him. And when he walked in, he looked at it and he was like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. And then walked over to him, picked the blanket up to look at his legs, and his legs were just going crazy. And he stopped and he was like, look at those little legs go. And I just lost it. I was like, for your neurologist to say that and to be shocked was amazing. So that was like the first thing that happened. And then he was asking a bunch of questions about his feet, about like his movement and stuff. And we were able to give him really good news from the physical therapist and what they've said, and he was able to see for himself. And then he pulled up the images of Azariah's brain, and this is where I kind of like lost my breath. Like I was like holding my breath, waiting to hear what he said, praying this entire time, just being like, God, whatever happens, help me to be okay, help us to be okay. But I know you've got this. And so he pulled up his brain, images of his brain, and he started talking about the different things that they were looking at. And he says, he points to the specific part of Azariah's brain, which is a brain stem, and he starts explaining a little bit more about that. And then he says, and this, meh. He says, and this is where your son's Chiari malformation used to be. And I was like, wait. I was like, used to be? And he was like, yeah, your son's Chiari malformation reversed. And for him to say that when in the NICU, we were just kind of like, okay, like it's still there, we'll deal with it, we'll go through life, we'll figure out what happens with it. It's not the end of the world. But for him to say that it reversed was so, like, all I could think of was the word victory. Like, yes. That's such a huge reason why we got the surgery and why we went through everything. And to hear that something impossible basically happened. It was really, really cool. So that was amazing. And then he starts going through his ventricle sizes, and he says, your son's ventricle size has increased, but it is like insignificant increase. He was like, your son's brain has grown because he's growing, so his ventricle size will grow. And it was like 0.2 growth, like it was so small. And so he wasn't worried about it at all. And then he looked at us and he was like, if I was in Vegas and I had my last chip, I would place a bet that Azariah will never develop hydrocephalus. And that was even more of a victory. To know that, like, it's not a guarantee, but for your neurologist to say if he had his last chip, he would bet on Azariah never having hydrocephalus. Like, you can't make that up. Like, I can't say that by myself. Like, he said that. And he was like, that's not guaranteed, but he was like, from what I'm seeing right now and some other things that I'm seeing accompanied with his ventricle size still, like, I'm really, really, really not concerned. And it was just incredible, and I lost it again. Like, I couldn't stop looking at Azariah and being like, God literally will not stop doing miracles in you and through you. Like, every single part of this little boy is a miracle. And I texted one of my friends and I was like, I'm at the point in my faith right now where I feel like I want to bow at the feet of Jesus and praise him until I cannot speak anymore. Because for us to have gone through everything that we've been through, to get to this point and for them to say that every reason that we got the surgery so far is proving to be worth it, and everything that they said that Azariah would struggle with he's proving to defy those odds. It's just amazing. And now I don't know what his, developmentally what's gonna happen. I don't know if he'll, I don't know if things will change. I don't know, but as of right now, like, I'm going to celebrate the heck out of this victory, because, like, all praise to King Jesus for this, because this has nothing to do with me, this has nothing to do with Craig, nothing to do with Azariah. This is all God continuing to show up and continuing to show his grace and his glory and his miracles through this little baby. So again, every time I share Azariah's life with you guys, and every time I share one of these victories, I don't know how, I'm not saying this just because this is my story. If this was somebody else's story and I never went through any of this and I was watching it from the outside, I don't know how someone can look at this story and see what God's done and not believe that he can still do miracles, and not believe that he is still good and that he is who he says he is. Because every single thing so far he has had his hand in and has shown so much grace. He's just being who he is. He's doing what he says he does, and I don't know. I'm very honored that God picked me to have this story and to have this baby. And not everything has been perfect at all, obviously, but I can't not thank God for this story. And for how many of you guys reach out all the time and say, I watched your pregnancy announcement video and I binge watched a whole bunch of other ones and it encouraged me to get back to church. Or I had somebody say, I was an atheist and I watched your video to make fun of you, and then I ended up watching all of your videos, and now I'm a Christian and I just got baptized last weekend. Like, literally blows my mind. This has nothing to do with any of us humans. It's 100% God. And it's also your prayers. Like, every single prayer that is lifted up, whether it was before the surgery or the people who are continuing to pray for us now, it is because of your prayers and because of your continued faith for us and for our story that is also where we're at. So that's the little update for you guys. On a completely unrelated note, I wanted to show you guys my plants. So I actually had a lot of plants before we went to Cincinnati, and then we went to Cincinnati and they just never got watered. So I got a whole bunch more at Lowe's. I love all of these. Look how pretty this fiddle is. Like, excuse me, she looks fake. And this one I feel like might be struggling a little bit, but we'll see. There's a lot of these, and you like can't kill a snake plant. But I wanted to show you guys these because I'm trying to be a plant mom. LOL, at the same time I'm trying to be an actual mom. And I'm trying to actually keep these alive. We'll see if I do, but because Craig redid this studio, I was like, this is a perfect place to have plants, a perfect place to have like a, I don't know what you call it, plant nursery, I'm not sure. But I'm making it work, and Donut's no longer allowed in this room. Donut's my cat. So the ones that are poisonous to cats, like this one, not really, only if he ate like the entire leaf would be poisonous, but he cannot be in here anymore, so he's not going to be trying to eat these. So if you guys have any people that you follow who are like plant related channels, like maybe not the whole channel's plants, but YouTubers that you watch who also have plants and do videos on taking care of their plants, let me know, because it's like hard. It's hard to take care of plants, and I didn't expect that. I thought he was waking up, but he went back to sleep, which yay me. So I have a little bit more time, so I'm gonna edit this video. And I just need to point out that I finally got a Yeti. Finally. Actually, I didn't get it. My dad bought it for me because he saw my Instagram story where I said, mom life for me now is constantly warming up my coffee. So he bought me a Yeti, and I'm proud to say that this coffee is from 9 o'clock this morning, and it's 2 o'clock, and it's still hot. Yes. A mom hack is to constantly have some trail mix wherever you go. I just snack on this while I'm editing. I don't eat the whole bag. I have really good self-control right now, but I just put in some, they're like called Dang coconut chips, roasted salted almonds, and low sugar cranberries, and it's really good just if I need something, because I can't take a lot of time to sit down and eat. I will just have some of these to eat on while I'm editing, and then be able to go make a meal later. And it also just helps me keep up my calories, because since I am breastfeeding, I need to make sure I'm eating enough, and it's really easy for me to not, because I don't take time to do that right now. So definitely make yourself some trail mix if you are on the go, and also maybe keep some of this like in your diaper bag. I was thinking about making some and putting some in there too, just if I forget and I'm out longer than I want to be, then I can have some of this in there and just grab it and eat it when I'm in the car or when I'm shopping or wherever. I'm gonna try to squeeze in a workout super quick. It's 2:45 and he's been asleep since like 1 o'clock, so I don't think I have a lot of time left. I think I just heard him. Anyway, I'm gonna try to squeeze one in. This just so happens to be, if I get to do this workout, will be the first workout I've done in 4 months. So it's gonna be super chill, super easy, like basic movements. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I am super into fitness and was super into fitness before I got pregnant and before I had to have surgery. So I'm like itching to get back to working out, but also know that I need to take it so slow because I have 0 core and no muscle. So we're gonna do what we can and see what we can get done in 20 minutes. We're done. I don't know exactly how long that was, but I feel really good. I got a sweat. I got my heart rate definitely up, and that's what I wanted today. So I'm counting it as a success, and I'm just so grateful to be able to move my body again. It feels good, even though I can tell I have a very, very long journey. It's gonna be worth it, just like all of this has been up until now. I'm gonna wake Azariah up now because he needs to eat. And then my friend will be here with her daughter. And we were gonna go on a walk, but I think we're just gonna chill now because it is so incredibly windy. So we're just gonna chill, drink coffee, and I need that. I need human interaction, who I can speak to, converse with. Yeah. Ellie, say cheese. Hi, best friend. Hi. It's not that close to your face. Okay. Oh, sleeping in TT's arms. Stay awake for just a second. I wanted to show you guys this pacifier, medicine pacifier. Somebody commented on a video and told me about it. But I give Azariah a probiotic, and I didn't want to like put it in the small amount in a bottle and give it to him. So I got this, and we'll see if it works. I'll let you guys know if I like it. Yep. I can't tell like how much is going in there. I'm scared. My videos, the star of my videos. Eat? You don't want to eat that, it's raw. We really need it. Literally none of us even drink. I don't even know what that is. Night night. Good night. Get her belly. Where is she, ready? Here she is. Here she is. Oh. He's like, this is an excuse to get on the couch. No, you're not. Major. Aubrey just left, but she's coming back because she is bringing me dinner. She's bringing me a roast con pollo, guys. Like, excuse me. He's really gassy, right? Oh, he's had some poops. She came over with Eliana. Uh-oh. Hold on just a second. You still have my hair in between your fingers. He pulled my hair out earlier because he got really mad because he couldn't latch right. Oh, here. You don't want it? She came over and with Eliana and held him while I took a shower and folded laundry, and it was amazing. I was struggling today and definitely yesterday, and she was just like, let me come over, and brought me coffee. I'm so blessed to have the friends that I do in my life, guys. It's incredible. The rest of the night, I'm probably just gonna sit right here and watch some live PD or Hoarders or something and snuggle with this little baby. Okay, guys, it's almost 9 o'clock, which is kind of early for me to go to bed, but I'm tired. Little man is very tired, so I'm gonna go feed him one last time in bed, probably watch one thing on YouTube or something, and then put him down and go to bed. So thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to love God, love yourself, and love people, and we will see you in the next one. Say bye, Bobby. Are you waving? Okay. Oh. Yep, that was the best ending ever.